My 30th birthday dinner was at Carmine's, my parents' favorite Italian restaurant. The one with white tablecloths and prices that made most people wince. The one I'd been paying for family dinners at for the past 3 years. I arrived at 7, dressed in a simple sweater and jeans. My mother took one look at me and frowned. "You couldn't dress up for your own birthday dinner?" "Hi, Mom. Good to see you too." My father didn't look up from his menu. My younger brother, Derek, smirked from across the table. Some people never learn class, no matter how much money they make. I sat down between my parents, the empty chair across from me glaring like an accusation. That's where my older sister Amy should have been, but she'd moved to Seattle 2 years ago and rarely came home. Smart woman. The waiter came. My parents ordered the most expensive items on the menu. They always did when I was paying. Derek ordered 3 appetizers for himself. "So," my father said, finally looking at me, 30 years old. "Still no husband. Still no children. Still working that job." That job was my position as a senior software architect at a tech company. I made $240,000 a year plus stock options, but my father had never approved of women in tech. "The job's going well," I said. "We just launched a new platform that's getting great reviews." "That's nice, dear," my mother interrupted, not actually listening. "Derek, tell everyone about your new business idea." Derek launched into a rambling pitch about cryptocurrency consulting or blockchain marketing, or some combination of buzzwords that made no actual sense. He had 7 businesses in the past 3 years. None had made a profit. All had required my parents' financial support, which really meant my financial support, since I've been covering their bills for 3 years. It had started small. "Just help with the mortgage this month, sweetie. Dad's commissions are down." Then it was the car payments, then utilities, then credit cards. Now I was paying for everything. Their mortgage, both car leases, insurance, utilities, groceries, and lifestyle expenses. $6,800 a month, give or take. I told myself it was temporary, that they'd get back on their feet, that it was what family did. But 3 years had passed and my father had retired early. My mother had quit her part-time job, and Derek lived in their basement rent-free, pitching business ideas and spending their money, my money, on his latest scheme. Anyway, Derek finished. "I just need about $20,000 to get started. Mom and Dad are thinking of investing." "Investing what?" I asked. "You don't have $20,000. We have equity in the house," my mother said defensively. "The house I'm paying the mortgage on." Awkward silence. Speaking of which, my father said, his voice hard, "We need to talk about your attitude." "My attitude? You've been very," he searched for the word, "flaunty lately." "Flaunty?" "Showing off your success," my mother translated. "The new car, the nice apartment, the expensive clothes." I looked down at my Target sweater. "These aren't expensive clothes. Compared to what we can afford," my father said pointedly. "What you can afford, I'm paying your bills. And you never let us forget it, do you?" My mother's voice rose. "Always making us feel small, always reminding us you're the successful one." "I've never said that." "You don't have to say it. It's in everything you do. The way you dress, the way you talk, the car you drive. You're making us look bad." Derek nodded. "It's embarrassing, honestly. My friends ask why my sister has a Tesla and my parents drive a 10-year-old car." "A leased Mercedes," I corrected. "That I pay $2,400 a month for, both of them." "See?" My father pointed at me. "That's what I'm talking about. You keep score. You remind us we're dependent on you. It's humiliating." "I never wanted to humiliate you. You asked for help. And you've held it over our heads ever since." My mother pulled something from her purse. A Greyhound bus ticket. She slid it across the table. "We think it's time you leave." I stared at the ticket. "What?" "We've talked about it, and we think you need to move out. You're too successful, and it's causing problems in this family. Derek can't get ahead when you're always showing him up. Your father and I feel inadequate. It's not healthy. You're kicking me out because I'm successful. We're asking you to give us space to rebuild our dignity," my father corrected. "The bus ticket is to help you start fresh somewhere else. Maybe Portland or Phoenix." "I'm not moving to Phoenix." "Then that's your choice, but you can't live with us anymore." My mother's voice was final. "I don't live with you. I live 20 minutes away in my own apartment." "That's not the point. The point is you're too close, too involved, too present. We need you to back off. Maybe move to another city. Start over somewhere where you're not constantly reminding us of our failures. I looked at the bus ticket. One way to Portland, leaving Sunday, 3 days from now. So let me get this straight, I said slowly. You want me to move to another city because my success makes you feel bad, and you bought me a bus ticket for my birthday. We thought it was a nice gesture, Derek said. New city, new start. Who's going to pay your bills if I'm in Portland? We'll figure it out, my father said. We were managing before you started helping. You were about to lose your house before I started helping. You were 3 months behind on the mortgage. Details, my mother said, waving her hand dismissively. The point is, we need space from your success. It's toxic for our family dynamic. The waiter arrived with our food. Nobody touched it. I stood up, took the bus ticket, and put it in my pocket. Thank you for the birthday gift. Very thoughtful. Where are you going? My mother asked. Home. I'm not hungry anymore. But we ordered all this food. Then eat it, and pay for it yourselves. I walked out of that restaurant and didn't look back. When I got home, I sat in my apartment, my expensive apartment that I could afford because I was good at my job, and I opened my laptop. I logged into my bank account. The one that had AvaPay set up for my parents' mortgage, their car leases, their insurance, their credit cards. I canceled everything. Every automatic payment, every scheduled transfer, everything. Then I called my bank and blocked any future transactions to their accounts. I felt sick doing it, guilty, like I was betraying them. Then I remembered. They just kicked me out for being too successful. The first phone call came 4 days later. My mother. Sweetheart, there's been some kind of mistake with the mortgage payment. Can you check on that? No mistake. I canceled the payments. What? Why would you do that? Because you asked me to back off, to leave, to stop being so involved in your lives. So I did. We didn't mean the money. You gave me a bus ticket and told me to move to Portland because my success made you look bad. So I'm giving you space, financial space. That's not fair. Happy birthday to me, Mom. I hung up. Week 2, my father called. The car lease people are calling about missed payments. You need to fix this. No, I don't. We had an agreement. We had an arrangement where I helped you out of kindness. Then you told me I was too successful and needed to leave. So the arrangement ended. You can't just abandon your family. Like you abandoned me at my birthday dinner. Like you've abandoned every promise to get back on your feet. Like you've abandoned any gratitude for 3 years of me paying your bills. This is vindictive. This is consequences. I hung up. Week 4, Derek called. You're ruining Mom and Dad's lives. They can't afford the mortgage without you. Then maybe they shouldn't have retired early and quit their jobs while depending on my income. You're being selfish. I'm being exactly as selfish as they taught me to be. They told me my success was a problem. So I removed the problem, my financial support. They didn't mean it like that. Then how did they mean it? Explain to me how giving your daughter a bus ticket on her birthday and telling her to move to another city isn't exactly what it sounds like. He couldn't. He hung up. Week 8. A Saturday morning. I was having coffee when my phone rang. Unknown number. Is this Cassandra Williams? Yes. This is North Point Mercedes-Benz. We're attempting to repossess 2 vehicles registered to Thomas and Patricia Williams. The account shows you as the primary payer. Are you aware the account is over 60 days delinquent? I'm aware I stopped paying it 2 months ago, yes. Ma'am, if you can bring the account current. I won't be doing that. You can proceed with repossession. Do you know where the vehicles are currently located? I gave them my parents' address. Both cars should be in the driveway. Thank you, ma'am. 30 minutes later, my phone exploded. Mom, there are TOE case in our drive. Dad. Call OFF with REPGO man, right in a Derek. What the hell did you do? I silenced my phone and finished my coffee. That afternoon, it was pounding on my apartment door. I looked through the peephole, my parents and Derek, all 3 looking furious. I opened the door. Can I help you? You had our cars repossessed. My mother shrieked. How could you? I didn't have them repossessed. You stopped paying for them, and the leasing company took them back. That's how car leases work. You were paying for them. Past tense. I was paying. Then you gave me a bus ticket and told me to leave town because I was too successful. Remember that? My father pushed past me into my apartment. This is ridiculous. You're destroying this family over one dinner. One dinner where you rejected me for being successful. One dinner where my birthday gift was a literal exit from your lives. One dinner where you told me my achievements were embarrassing and toxic. We were just upset. So was I. You spent 3 years taking my money, never saying thank you, never making any effort to become self-sufficient. And then, when I showed up for my birthday dinner, you told me I was the problem. We didn't mean. Yes, you did. You meant every word. You wanted me gone. So I gave you what you wanted. Distance, space, financial independence. We can't afford the house without you, my mother admitted, crying now. We're going to lose everything. You were going to lose everything 3 years ago. I saved you. I paid your bills for 36 months. I asked for nothing except basic respect. And at my birthday dinner, you gave me a bus ticket. It was a mistake, my father said, and for the first time, he sounded defeated. We were jealous. You're so successful, and we're not, and it made us feel like failures. So we lashed out. By kicking me out. By pushing away the one person who was helping us because we were too proud to accept that we needed help. He sat down heavily on my couch. We were wrong. You think. Derek stood in the doorway, looking uncomfortable. For what it's worth, I told them the bus ticket thing was insane. But you didn't stop them. No, I didn't. He had the decency to look ashamed. I was jealous too. You make it look easy, and I can't get anything off the ground. It's frustrating. So you all decided the problem was me, my success, my presence. Yes, my mother whispered. And we were wrong. We were so wrong, Cassandra. We're sorry. I looked at the three of them, my parents, broken and desperate, my brother, finally understanding consequences. Here's what's going to happen, I said. I'm not moving to Portland. This is my city, my home, my life. You don't get to push me out. We won't. I'm not finished. I'll consider helping you again. Consider. But there are conditions. Anything, my father said. Dad, you get a job. Part-time at minimum. You're 62, not 80. You can work. Mom, same deal. Even retail or customer service, something that brings in income. Derek, you move out and support yourself. No more basement dwelling while pitching pipe dreams. Fats. Non-negotiable. If you want my help, you contribute to your own survival. I won't be the only one working while you all coast. What if we can't find jobs? My mother asked. Then you downsize. Sell the house, get an apartment you can afford. Cut your lifestyle to match your actual income. Live within your means. We've been in that house for 30 years. Then you should have thought about that before you retired early and expected me to fund your lifestyle indefinitely. I crossed my arms. Those are the terms. You all start contributing, or I don't help at all. What about the cars? Derek asked. What about them? You want cars? Get jobs and buy them, or lease them yourselves. I'm done being your ATM. My father looked at my mother. My mother looked at Derek. A silent conversation passed between them. Okay, my father finally said. You're right. We'll get jobs. We'll contribute. We'll prove we're serious about changing. And the bus ticket mentality? The jealousy? The making me feel bad for being successful. Done, my mother said. We're proud of you. We should have said it 3 years ago. We should have said it every day. You're amazing, and we're the ones who've been failures, not as earners, but as parents. That was 6 months ago. My father works at Home Depot 3 days a week. My mother works reception at a dental office. Derek moved into a studio apartment and works in sales at a cell phone store. Are they happy? Not exactly, but they're functional. They're contributing. They're learning to live within their means. I help them avoid foreclosure, one time, with clear terms. I'm not paying their bills anymore, but I help them restructure their debt and create a budget they can actually maintain. We have dinner once a month. They pay for their meals. We talk about their jobs, their progress, their plans. Last month was my 31st birthday. They took me to Carmen's again. This time, my father gave me a card with a handwritten note. Thank you for not giving up on us, even when we gave up on you. You're the strongest person I know. We're proud of you. Happy birthday. My mother gave me a gift card to my favorite bookstore. Derek gave me a framed photo of us from childhood, with an inscription. To the sister who taught me what real success looks like, not giving up when things get hard. It wasn't perfect. We're still rebuilding trust. But it was honest, and nobody tried to give me a bus ticket. That night, as I drove home in my Tesla, the one they'd resented, the one that symbolized my success, I realized something. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let people face the consequences of their choices. Sometimes love means not enabling. Sometimes family means teaching people that respect is earned, not owed. And sometimes the best birthday gift is the courage to say, no more.